and you were drilling 18,000 feet below the sea. If you made mistakes, the consequences of those would be catastrophic, and in fact have turned out to be catastrophic. Don't you feel any sense of responsibility for these decisions?
I feel a great sense of responsibility for the accident. We need to allow...
How about for the decisions that made the accident more likely?
We need to determine what were the critical decisions, and...
Did you get my letter, and did you review it?
I've read your letter, Chairman,
and
I've reviewed it.
Realize in the letter we asked you to be prepared to discuss these issues?
As I've said, I've seen the documents following your letter, and I can't pass judgment on those decisions.
Even though you've worked 28 years in the oil industry, you're the BP CEO, and you said laser, like a laser, you're going to, safety is the biggest issue, and you have people under you making these kinds of decisions, and now you're reviewing them. Do you disagree with the conclusion that this was riskier to use this particular well lining?
I'm not prepared to draw conclusions about this accident until such time as the investigation has concluded.
Well, this is an investigation. That's what this committee is doing. It's an investigatory committee. And we expect you to cooperate with us. Are you failing to cooperate with other investigators as well? Because they're going to have a hard time reaching conclusions if you stonewall them, which is what we seem to be getting today.
I'm not stonewalling. I was not part of that decision-making process. Can't possibly know the basis on which that decision was taken. I don't recall the time that was saved. It's impossible for me to answer that question. I'm afraid I can't recall that, and I don't recall that either. I was not involved in decision-making. I can't answer your question. I can't recall that number, I'm afraid. Can't answer that question because I wasn't there. I'm afraid I can't recall. I'm afraid I can't recall that either. That was a decision I was not party to. I don't know. I'm afraid I don't.